Hello everyone. Today I am going to tell you about the definition, types and the pathophysiology in various types of the shock. So we define the shock as an inadequate perfusion and oxygenation to the tissue. There are 5 types of the shock: hypovolemic, cardiogenic, obstructive, anaphylactic and septic shock. What are the pathophysiological changes occur in the various types of the shock? Here I have explained by the drawing this diagram. This is preload. So what will be the changes occur in hypovolemic shock? Example, if the patient is having diarrhea, vomiting, then can develop the hypovolemic shock after blood loss or in case of burn. So there will be decreased preloads and patient will compensate by increasing the cardiac contractility and by vasoconstriction. So afterload will be increased. So cardiac output will be decreased because of the decreased preload, and to compensate this, SVR, vasoconstriction occur, SVR increased. As we know, blood pressure is equal to cardiac output into SVR, and in compensated phase of the shock, body will maintain the BP. So to maintain the BP, if cardiac output will be decreased, SVR will increase. If SVR decrease, then cardiac output will be increased to maintain the blood pressure in compensated phase of the shock. So in hypovolemic shock, cardiac output will be decreased and SVR will be increased, and central venous pressure will be decreased because of the decreased preload. Now the second type is cardiogenic shock, which is seen if the patient is having a congenital heart disease or myocardial dysfunction, myocardiopathy. In this condition, cardiac contractility significantly decrease. So body will compensate by increasing the preload and increasing the afterload by vasoconstriction. So cardiac output will be significantly decreased because of decreased cardiac contractility, and systemic vascular resistance will be increased by vasoconstriction, and CVP will be maintained in the cardiogenic shock because preload is increased. So central venous pressure will also increase. Now the third type is obstructive shock, which is seen in the example if the patient is having pneumothorax, pulmonary embolism, cardiac tamponade or some ductal dependence cyanotic congenital heart disease. In this, patient will have the significantly decreased preload, and to compensate this, cardiac contractility slightly increase and afterload will be increased by vasoconstriction. So also having the decreased cardiac output and increased systemic vascular resistance by the vasoconstriction, and CVP also increase in this obstructive type of shock. Now fourth type is anaphylactic shock, or we can say it is distributive type of shock. It is seen whenever patient is having the anaphylaxis due to any drug, due to any contrast agent given during the MRI or CT, or maybe because after the vaccination. It is common. So anaphylactic shock will lead to the decreased preload. Cardiac contractility may remain normal initially, then it can decrease, and afterload will also decrease or may be normal. So they are having the vasodilatation. So to compensate this, as the SVR has decreased because of the dilatation, cardiac output will be increased to compensate the BP, and CVP will also decrease in the anaphylactic shock. Now the septic shock, which is the fifth type, and it is divided into early and late. In early phase, patient will have the decreased preload, normal or decreased cardiac contractility and decreased afterload or normal. So initially patient will have the vasodilatation, warm periphery because of the decreased systemic vascular resistance. To compensate this, cardiac output will be increased in initial or early phase of the septic shock. CVP also decreased. In late stage of the septic shock, patient will have the significantly decreased preload, cardiac contractility will also be decreased or normal, and afterload will also decrease later on. And significantly decreased cardiac output and SVR occur in the late stage. And CVP can be equivocal in the late phase of the septic shock. So this is all about the definition and types and the pathophysiology in the shock. In next video, I will tell you about the treatment part. Thank you so much.